Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brad Hurt. My phone number is 864-236-1680. I'm going to give you a little bit of detail work and some really cool tricks on these. On an Edison machine, you have three mounting bolts. This screw, that screw, and this screw. And the mounting bracket that's mounted to the side of the machine, it's flat here on top. It's flat on top because they use a square nut. Okay, so how am I going to get to that nut? I can't reach this way. So what you do is you move the horn to the right. You take your nut. You slide it up, your hand up here with a nut, and get your screwdriver. And you push, you find the hole in the nut, and you just tighten this down. And it automatically locks. You can take your hand out. And you do that to all three of them. And then after you get them loose, you know, they're not snug, because if you crank this one down, it might lift the motor board this way. So you want to get a little tension here, a little tension here, a little tension here. You work your way around slowly. You make sure you oiled them too, a little light oil. And then you can tighten them down. The other trick is, on the lifting shaft rod right here, I discussed in a previous video that it has a slot in it, and that screw right here, that one goes into the slot. But how do I feel when I screw that screw in and I miss the slot? Well, the trick is I took the screw on my belt sander and I gently ground down a 60-degree bevel. I had a point, like a center punch, just a real short, small one. So then I'm screwing this in. I can see the slot, and I can hold this in, and you literally can feel it. When it hits the slot, you can work the lift lever, and you know you're in there, and you just tighten it down, and that's really easy. Make sure you oil those too. The other thing is, you want to put a drop of oil right here on the lift shaft, and right here and here. You should never have to do it again. Just get that a little oiled, because everything metal to metal rubbing. And then the pivot bracket on the bottom, where the bottom of the horn goes, you want to put a little drop of oil in there, maybe two. Now the nice thing is, see how nice and shiny this new horn is, and the lock mechanism? Well, what I did was, I wanted to protect it from the threads. I took the illustrious Starbucks straw. You can get these worldwide. And I painted it black. And then with lacquer, I just cut it off. And slip this in here. And now the threads don't mar the paint job. That's just a little trick. I'm really into detail work. This is a lot of fun. But when you do a ground up restoration like this, for my old Henry candy bar, everything has to be reversible. The paint has to be reversible. Nickel plating has to be anything, it has to be replaceable to keep it authentic. This is a lot of fun, and that's my tip for the day.